gonna have fun.
Little Susie, you cannot let everybody ride your scooter. That is a medical device. All right, so weather's warming up and the shorts are shorting and people are outside again. Mm-hmm. What have you noticed?
I've noticed that kids are out playing together again.
Yes.
I love hearing children, the happy noise outside. They're playing, riding bikes.
They are. We got a scooter gang.
What?
In my neighborhood.
What is a scooter gang?
So, okay, it starts at the end of our court.
Uh-huh.
And they all just after school collectively come out on their scooters and go down to the houses and, hey, we're outside. Can such and such come outside? And then they just all, I need my scooter. So then it's 2 kids turning to 4 kids, turning to 7 kids. Then it's a set of twins that live behind us. So they join in too. One little girl broke her foot. So it's not a scooter, but it's a medical scooter.
The kind you put your knee on and you... I love that. Don't give up. I'm still going to have fun.
Little Susie, you cannot let everybody ride your scooter. That is a medical device.
Dang, you that mom. If their mom didn't say, if their parents didn't say anything, why are you saying something? That child just wants to be out there having fun, and she's making connections, and she's like the cool kid.
I was on duty. We all take turns to discipline them, and we all have our different snacks. Me, myself, I'm the juice box house, and also in the summer, the popsicle house.
Yes.
My neighbor, she is the fresh fruit house, so you can get a bag of fresh fruit from her. We got a fruit snack mom. Like, we all know our role on this outside community vibes. And even my baby Zoe told me the game. She said, so if you have chalk in your driveway, that means a kid lives here.
Chalk drawings.
Yes. So that's how you know, hey, invite me to the scooter gang, because you have chalk in the driveway. So she showed me we were walking the dog. She told me all the people she played with, all the scooter gang. She said we represent by putting chalk in the yard. So every now and again, like it rained yesterday, so I know she's going to be out there soon, letting people know it's kids that live here.
I love that. But I love seeing the children out like this. At one point, and, especially during the pandemic and all that, kids have kind of stayed in. Before that, we become like antisociable. But now these kids are out.
They are outside.
I love it.
And they are having fun, and they're teaching each other things and games and activities. And they out there, they make crafts. So it's just so cute. We did a kid parade.
Wait a minute, what?
Yes.
Wait a minute, what? A kid parade. Okay.
Yeah.
Explain.
I may or may not have been the drum major of said parade, but we went outside. The kids, they all just were feeling noisy. And so
happy energy.
We needed to be outside. We couldn't be inside with all the noise. And everybody else was feeling noisy too. So we walked through the neighborhood and we all took turns singing out loud. So the line leader picked the song. And then we all sang the song until we got to the next turn in our street. So we just walked the whole block in the square. And we took about 14 laps because everybody had a song.
So did everybody rest well that night?
Oh, they slept like babies.
I love that.
They put them right in the tub and they went right to sleep. So, I love just making your own neighborhood traditions and playing those childhood games. We have a game for you on our show today.
Yes.
So get ready for this. You could play along with us in the comments, but we're going to play a game. The title of it is Nothing Hurts Worse Than.
Ooh.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes. Okay. Are you ready? I'm ready. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to go back and forth and think about situations that really, you just don't talk to me now. I'm upset. I'm hurt. So nothing hurts worse than, for me, not having book fair money. When I was, a kid.
That traumatized you, didn't it?
You got to always have book fair money.
But I always felt that you, not saying we didn't have money for your book fair, you just didn't have the money, or we forgot a date or something like that. But you always made arrangements to get some kind of money.
I did. We could make an arrangement. You always
made arrangements. I remember
and her name was Doris.
And
your mama.
And you always made friends with the school staff.
Yeah, I did.
And when I go up to school to check on you or to pick you up for a doctor's appointment, I'm owing the whole school.
First line of credit.
Yes. I said, yeah, I'm here for, give your whole government name. And they was like, oh, you're her mom. And I'm like, yeah. What's going on? They said, well, then I see them pulling out books and stuff. Well, she owes this much for
whole
this.
Ledger?
I'm like, yes, a ledger. And I'm like, okay. Thank you.
Well, your grandkids get straight to it. They asked me for $100. They each asked me for $100 for the book fair. I said, $100? You want a whole light bill?
Yeah.
At the book fair?
Yes. Well, I think it's great that they have books and they are interested in reading, and they look so forward to it.
I just know who I was. I wasn't buying all books at the book fair. Now, I did have my top choices. Goosebumps was always my top choice. Remember, they had the book, you could choose your alternate ending.
Yes.
That was so fascinating to me. Go to page 112 if you want the monster to eat them. Or go to page 97 if you want him to survive. Like, nah, maybe. Okay, and then you go back and read it. That was exciting. It felt like you got 2 books in one. But I was buying stuff that wasn't a book, like squishy pens, and I bought a magic set.
I know. And I'm like, oh Lord. So, but that was good stuff. That was good stuff.
Zoe bought a diary.
And she can't even read
5.
or write.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Well, nothing hurts worse than having my mouth set for a little snack or leftover that I put in the refrigerator.
Yes.
And had already planned in my mind that this is gonna be my bedtime snack.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Do you do bedtime snacks?
Oh, do I?
I have a whole nightstand dedicated to mine.
Me too.
I do. I
the
love
thin
a good
lemon
night
Oreos.
snack.
The thin lemon Oreos.
Snack.
Perfect big bag bedtime snack. What's another big bag bedtime snack?
It's got to have some chocolate.
Okay.
And I'm not even keen on chocolate, but I just like a little bit of chocolate at night. Ice cream. My family is about ice cream.
Staple. Okay.
For generations.
I went to visit your cousin all the way out in California. I said, okay, all right, I'm going to lay it down now. I'm going to get me a scoop. I'm not going to be too choosy. Whatever you got cold and frozen, I'll take it. And she said, we don't have any ice cream, but would you like a blueberry banana chia seed smoothie perhaps? I said, what in the California has happened to you?
That had to be
who it is.
The baby cousin.
You know who it is.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm like, you knew you couldn't get a pint. You knew I was coming.
Even one of those little cups. So now we got a BYOC. BYIC.
Yeah, bring your ice cream. I should have. Hey.
Ooh. We know which cousin that is.
We do.
Yes,
we
me.
We do. So, see, I wasn't gonna put it out, but it's
I'm the oldest. I can.
So you gonna say what you want because you're not scared. You can't get no whooping because you the big cousin.
What you gonna do? I started this. I started the cousins. Okay, it started with me. I even named the grandma. Okay, this is me. Nanny went down in history because of me. Nanny.
Yes, y'all call her what I tell y'all to call her because I was the first grandchild.
Woohoo, number 1.
And now if your grandkids call you out your name, you're gonna have a problem.
Wait, what you mean?
I'm with my grandmother. You with your who?
and I thank God for Zoe because she makes it very clear. Oh, she's not a grandma. Don't call her grandma.
Yes. What they call you?
She's a yaya.
Okay.
So everyone, so I know everywhere I go, if I hear yaya, I know.
Exactly.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I'm yaya.
And one thing about being a grandparent is just y'all automatic. I think y'all sweat dollar bills because you always have a dollar bill to give to them.
Because we're not trying to keep y'all alive now. I mean, we ain't had dollar bills like that because we were trying to keep y'all alive. You know, we were trying to make sure we had electricity, daycare, car payment, house payment.
Though, when Olivia graduated from kindergarten and you gave $1 bill to her whole class?
They were so excited. They were so excited. I was passing out
it's
the
like
buck.
You on your grandparent tour, a campaign. Vote for Yaya. Vote for Yaya. Vote for Yaya.
And they were taking pictures holding the dollar bill. They were so excited. But see, you know, it's only, you know, kindergartens, they're a small class, so you could afford it. It's like you...
Where did you get all these dollar bills? It's from the grandparent bank.
That's all right. I'm getting $2 bills for Zoe's graduation.
And you be the first person I call when it's time to go to a cash-only restaurant because I don't never have cash.
I know.
That's nothing hurts worse than not having cash money when you go to some of these hole-in-the-wall joints.
And you know that food is good, so you need to make that special trip and go to that ATM machine. You need to.
Okay, so driving to Texas. And yes.
Okay.
Dad was with me because, you know, it's a family business.
Yes, it is.
And
Hallelujah.
so he was helping us get a photo booth to Texas. And we stopped at this one place, a hole in the wall on the side of the road in Jackson, Mississippi. The biggest, juiciest, freshest fish.
I can smell it.
Shrimp you ever seen.
Because I know it smells greasy.
It was just a shack on the side of the road. You think they took my company credit card?
I can't believe you even presented your company credit card.
See, all that plastic ruined it. Gotcha. Then move out the way so I can pay for our food.
Okay.
They don't work here.
Because it was nothing going to stop that, was it?
It won't. And it was the best food.
Oh
man. My gosh.
I'm
so
sure. Jackson,
fresh.
Mississippi. I'm sure. Oh,
right
yes.
on the Gulf. It was a hand-painted sign on the side. And, hey, it was 12 noon. So, of course, we stopped. We said, let's see what happens. It was in the bright middle of the day. So, I took a risk.
Yes, I love that, right? I love that.
And it ended up being the best food. What's some of the holes in the wall?
Holes in the wall.
Food to get cash only food.
A good Chinese place.
Okay.
A good American Chinese place.
Okay.
I don't know about so much of a hole in the wall.
Okay.
I mean, no, it's not bougie Barbie. But I don't know. But I guess I come from a family that really cook. So that's why we have parties. That's why we just have parties. Because I know that there are I want to say at least 4 people in my family that can throw down on some macaroni and cheese, and you and your husband are 2.
Oh, you're right.
And my aunt and my cousin, they can throw down on some macaroni and cheese. I don't want nobody else's macaroni and cheese. I don't order. I don't none of that. Sweet potato pie. I got at least 2 family members for that.
You're right.
I must be hungry because I'm really thinking about this stuff.
Yeah,
and you want a good cucumber salad.
But see, when I invite you, don't ghost me now.
Oh,
and it's nothing hurts worse than being ghosted.
At least say yes or no.
Yes or no, like the baby say.
Yes or no.
Our fat Zoe, 5 years old. That's her. She just say it
straight to it.
Can I have a juice box? Well, you probably should drink more water.
Yes or no.
Yes or no. I'm like, no.
Okay.
No, actually, and then she moves on. She's like, I don't need all the. One thing about Zoe is she love a direct flight. Yep. No layovers.
That's it.
So
that's it. And if you don't get it, you don't get it.
So don't ghost. Don't ghost.
Okay.
After an interview, after a date. Oh my goodness,
that's horrible. That
job proposal. Just don't go. Let somebody know. And these people out here working so hard in fields that they don't even have a degree in,
because you majored in
whatever you majored in,
and that's not what you're working in.
And that's not what you're working in because you just out here trying to pay the bills and survive.
Yeah.
And so that's nothing hurts worse than getting loans for degrees that you're not even working in that field, or you need another degree to keep the lights on.
That's disappointing.
To be promoted.
That's disappointing. Yeah. But I'm gonna give a little bright side to that.
Okay.
Because I think college is actually for endurance.
That's true.
And no matter what you major in. If you can get a job doing that, if that was your passion, because sometimes your passion change.
It does.
You mean, you may have wanted that nursing degree and then something else took you. You went to another place. And I can relate to that. I really can. I just retired.
Yay!
After 39 years working for the federal government.
Wow, that's longer than I've seen the sunrise.
That's true. And thank God it was planned that way. But sometimes you can be somewhere you're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it's not that the job is bad. It's not that the people are bad. It's just, it's not where you are supposed to be. And that can be very disappointing.
Yes.
That could be draining. That could be mentally, it could be exhausting. And that's why, even though you paying for this loan or whatever, just go ahead on, just think the endurance that you use to get that degree, use that same endurance to go and pay that loan or ask for forgiveness, whatever you can to help you get through that. Because don't let that be a discouragement from you pursuing what you need to do and doing the field that you were called to do.
Yeah.
I really feel like things work out for a reason, but don't lose yourself in a job or a position that's really not you. That, if it doesn't excite you and make you want to jump out of the bed and get dressed, then it's time to kind of do a little self-reflection. I'm not saying every job out here is going to be perfect, but first we examine us, and then, we do what we got to do. But I know that is a lot of stuff going on in reference to the Department of Education and dismantling and all that.
Right.
I don't know the future, but I'm going to put this out there and we'll play it back later and see how it pans out. But do not think that this is going to forego your student loan. It can be handled by another agency, it can be handled by another government agency, or even a private firm. But don't let this be an opportunity or an excuse to just not do anything. You gotta stay on it. This is your future. It's a lot of money. It's just as much money for education as it is for buying your first home. And they are both expensive, but in the long run, they are worth it. I give you praise. I give you big shout out to those that have gone through it and enduring. And if you do have a little loan or a big loan, do what you got to do. Find out. Just don't stop. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Keep doing what you got to do.
Yeah. So I think in our generation, it's nothing but researchers. Everybody's researching it and questioning and just finding what makes sense for them.
Question.
And using it.
Yes. Don't be afraid to
question. That have already been before us. But since we don't know about it, we're not getting the information. I think that technology has really been a pathway for people to stay connected and get information. I mean, I always say I learn more on TikTok University because they'll get up there and tell you about it. I've learned more life skills just watching other people share their life skills that they thought everybody just knew. And that's just a lot of, ways that people get through. They teach, they go by what they've been taught and what they've been heard, but that pool is widening now.
And I love that. That's what I love about getting older.
Yes.
Is that things are the same, but yet they're expressed differently.
Yes.
And we learn differently.
Yes.
And don't stop questioning.
Right.
If it doesn't feel right, doesn't sound right,
you get all the answers.
Question it. And if a person can't explain it to you in a way that you understand, ask somebody else. Keep questioning that. I'm not saying you're coming up against something, but if it doesn't sit right with you, that's a reason. You got to question that. Question that. And don't be afraid. Don't ever be afraid to question.
Follow your intuition because you know better than anybody. So if you feel it in your gut and you know that you know something, you like you die on that hill.
That's true. That's true. That's true. You got to stand. You got to know that we're individually made.
Yes,
we're
we are.
wonderfully and individually made.
Yes.
And we have the power and ability to comprehend. And if we don't, something can be broken down to our level where we can.
Yeah.
Just don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up.
So if we, Honey and Wine, have taught you anything on this podcast, if you enjoy hearing our stories, if you have some stories you want to share, please feel free to comment down below. Subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any Honey and Wine episodes.
Absolutely.
So until next time,
I'm Honey.
And I'm Wine.